Welcome to this week's Candidate Voices with 5051 Savannah, the series that brings you 5-minute interviews with candidates for Georgia's 1st Congressional District U.S. House election 2026. We welcome any candidates running for this office who meet our mission of upholding the Constitution and ending executive overreach to participate. Each of our candidates receive the same question in advance and are allowed to prepare. Hi, I'm Robin with 5051 Savannah, and we are here, week 6, with Michael McCord. Welcome, Michael. Here's our question for the week. With Clean Water Act protections narrowed and federal enforcement scaled back under the Trump administration, while industries here pollute rivers like the Ogeechee and data centers demand more water, how will you ensure coastal Georgia has safe drinking water and room for economic growth?
Water, and thank you for having this, by the way. Water is our lifeline in coastal Georgia. It funds our entire economy. And it fuels our home, fuels our farms, our businesses, and it really is going to fuel our future. But right now, we're at risk. The Trump administration is rolling back and weakening the Clean Water Protection Act. And they're basically pulling back federal enforcement. And as we know, we can't really rely on the state, especially in the state of Georgia, to regulate big businesses, as we say with our power bills and everything else. So now we have, an industry is polluting the Ogeechee River, where most of our water in District 1 comes from, especially Chatham County. Some others tap into the Florida reservoirs, which is much cleaner water. And then, right now we have a lawsuit going against the International Paper and like 6 other businesses that have been polluting our drinking water for years and years and years. And they're just now letting the public know, obviously. So that's a whole nother issue there. But with the Hyundai plant coming in and then the bigger data centers and all, there's more demand for water now than ever. And our systems currently can't handle it. If you look at the flooding in Tybee Island, they've had 4 sewer runoffs into the water systems and just in August alone, we're getting historic rain runoff into our water supplies. So, as a representative, I'll fight to restore and strengthen the Clean Water Act protections, because clean drinking water should not be negotiable. That should be just a basic right for all Americans. I'll ensure that the EPA, has the resources to hold polluters accountable. So your international papers, your Hyundai, which I'm assuming we're going to see more and more as that expands out there. And I don't get why we're cutting these basic things. At the same time, we know that coastal Georgia is growing. And we're open for business. I want all businesses to know, as your representative in Congress, we're open for business. We want you to be here, but you have to do it responsibly. If you're going to be here, we need you to invest in our infrastructure and help upgrade some of our outdated water systems. And if you're not going to do that, you're not welcome here, because, like I said, clean water is non-negotiable. So I will make sure that we push for funding, federal funding, for especially in the Chatham County areas. Clean drinking water is a big thing for the entire district, but definitely our infrastructure in Chatham County is old and outdated and failing. But then you even see it failing in Bryan County and Richmond Hill, and in Pooler, which it shouldn't be because they're newer systems. So I would definitely push to have federal dollars come in. And it's about balance. We can have a good balance of economic growth and still have safe drinking water. I don't see that not being mutually exclusive. So we're going to enforce fines and penalties on the polluters. We're going to reinvest in our communities and our infrastructure, and we are going to welcome businesses in to support our values as a whole for clean drinking water and restoring our infrastructure. And we're going to protect the people of coastal Georgia first, because our water is our lifeline.